Edible Magazine is a bi-monthly publication promoting and celebrating the abundance of local foods in north central New Mexico. You will find out about new products, old ways, and thriving traditions. Joining us now is the publisher, Stephanie Cameron, along with guest editor, Nancy Zastudil. Did I get it right?
Yes.
You got
perfect.
it right. Look at that. All right, so let's talk about this issue. Of course, I have an arts background, so I'm excited about this, combining food and art, right?
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about this.
So it really was kind of birthed out of a relationship we have with Women in Creativity, which is a month-long celebration that happens in March that celebrates women and artists. And last year, Nancy approached us and she said, you know, I think we could do a whole issue around food and art. Gave us a whole bunch of ideas, artists that she's met along the way in New Mexico that she thought would be really great stories. And we're like, that's a fantastic idea. So we did our first issue last year, and this year we felt like the stories were going deeper, there was more happening, we were seeing this correlation happen more, and so we decided to invite Nancy again to co-edit for us.
Okay, so Nancy, how is this correlation happening? So, you know, obviously we may think of, you know, me, kind of the layperson, look at food as art. Are we thinking the way that chefs are incorporating cuisine? And, you know, we talk all the time about a great chef can create that presentation that truly is a work of art. But you're also talking about artists that are incorporating food into their work. Is that right?
Exactly, yeah. For the arts features, we're really looking at artists that are looking at food in an experiential way, in an aesthetic way, in a community building way. And they are really using food at the core of their art practice, for their art making. So whether they're using food in the studio, whether they're looking at farming, whether they're bringing food out into the sort of public realm and asking people to engage with it that way, it really is at the heart of what they're doing.
Okay. Well, so coming from the artist standpoint, let's go back to the culinary aspect of how art infuses itself in. Stephanie, how is that happening? How do you see that in terms of trends of what chefs are doing and artisans are doing here in New Mexico?
Right, well, I think, you know, we've got some really incredibly talented chefs that are artists in what they do, what they put on the plate, whether it's the ingredients that they're bringing together or it's the way they're presenting it to you. Really, there is that influence. We talked to several chefs in this issue that are influenced by art, some that started as artists and wound up as chefs, and others that are chefs and have grasped art because of what they do.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because we've had a few chefs on this show. Trey Corcoran comes to mind immediately. He's an amazing chef, but he is also a brilliant photographer.
Right.
So he'll do these secret suppers where he'll, you know, up in Madrid, where he brings people in, uses these local ingredients to create this food, and he's showcasing his art.
Sure.
Do you think that that's something that's kind of intrinsically New Mexican, that because we have so many makers and so many artisans, and obviously the cuisine here, it is what it is, that it's just a natural fit?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. So if we had to break it down, ladies, because you're coming from the culinary and the arts perspective, in your opinion, what do they have in common? What do art and food have in common?
Community.
Community.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Nancy, feel the same?
Community, and we talk a little bit in the editor's letter about a transformative experience. So it really, both food and art for me really are experiential, and I think it's a way that you can connect with people not only on an individual level for your experience, but you're also having a collective experience when you're engaged with the art or tasting the food, cooking, farming, making. Any kind of making really connects people.
Yeah, you can really learn a lot about someone and about their experience in their past through what you're eating and clearly through the art. So this sounds like a great issue. Where can we pick up a copy?
So you can pick it up in Santa Fe. Just about all our advertisers have it now. Many restaurants, El Piatto, down here in Albuquerque, they're all hitting the streets today. So wait a couple hours and they'll start showing up at La
because it's cold
Montanita
outside,
Co-op
so
and
let it warm up. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
Harwood Art Center has them already. So yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Stephanie, Nancy, thank you so much for coming in. Again, guys, for a copy of the latest issue of Edible Magazine, head over to casa.com. We will have all the links there. For now, we're going to